Hello everyone and welcome to the 2023 Imperium Cup for Dune Imperium with the Immortality and Rise of Ix expansions. I am the BlackShadow, your host and commentator, and it is time to kick off the action for our next competition. 189 players have signed up for this event, which is, as far as I know, one of, if not the largest field for any Dune Imperium competition that I know of. It is an incredible amount of people, a huge thanks to everyone that has gotten involved. It has been a lot of work to organise and set up, not going to lie, but it should prove for a great event. I'm really looking forward to it. This game is the first one that I've covered for the competition. It's like the second match played, I think, of the tournament. And we're having a look at action from Group Q today. So, things have changed a touch bit from the last competition. All the groups in this event have now got 10 players in them instead of the normal 8. Here is Group Q for you here, which means you've got plenty of matches to go, plenty to play for. We have several rounds of knockouts once the groups are completed. All players play 4 matches. The top 2 players of the group will go straight to the quarterfinals. 3rd and 4th go through to a knockout round before that, and 5th, 6th, and some fast losers go to a knockout round before that. So plenty of seeding to go through, lots of rounds, lots of pain and misery to come for a lot of players. And there's some good players in this group as well here. Siluss, Joanne B, his name I recognize. Zazabu, you might remember from the previous couple of competitions. Very strong and accomplished players. Probably one of the better players going around here. Has topped the ELO rankings before. Very strong. Good with card manipulation and sorting his decks out, that sort of thing. Very strong. Others than that as well, Artemisia as well, very good player from South Africa, I believe, if memory serves me correctly. Just very strong. We've got a lot of players in from Europe this one, and there are some very strong contingents. We've seen plenty of action over the course of the competition. So it'll be up to Siluss, Raimondc, Hex, and Ben for the opening fight of this round. And I think it's going to be important to get a good marker here, knowing that Zazabu and Artemisia are around here. I think it's going to be very important to try and get a good early result. Put your claim down into the tournament, especially knowing there's a lot to fight for here in the groups. You'd feel that if you can win a game, you'd think you've probably got a decent shot of at least trying to make some kind of qualification to the knockouts, but, this is a crazy competition. A lot of stuff can happen, but we shall see. Should be a good game. Alright then, everyone, so we're getting ourselves ready. Ben has been got into the first player seat, which means we Hex to pick first. Reminder, it's 4-3-1-2 now. It is not the old round the houses. It's now 4-3-1 and 2 for the pick order. So a couple of changes here. First things first, look at the row. It's meaty. There is a lot happening here. So, our Talaxial row, we've got the Scientific Breakthrough and the Stitched Horror. 2 very highly desirable cards here. Stitched Horror is a card that is so good, some people will kind of defy what they normally do, that kind of meta and stuff, to get hold of it. Very strong card. Wow, look at the Imperium row, though. Both Ixie Engineers are out there immediately. Memocord is out there as well. Raimondc is pretty desirable, so someone may make an early punt for that. It'll be interesting to see. Full Scale is too expensive. Conspiracy is not a bad card for the grafting, but there's nothing realistically out there to pair with it at the moment. So it's also possible that someone might just rip the row and see what they find, but we'll see what happens. As I mentioned, Memocorders, very good tech. Raimondc, pretty good. All decent techs here, truth be told. Practically was just a point, so can't hate it a ton. As for the leaders to pick here, let's have a look what we got here. So, looks like we're probably just going to get Tezzy, Orban, Hunter, and Baron Harkonnen. Typically, you'd expect these 4. Romba's not the most outrageous here, but Full Scale Escort's just not going to come soon enough, unfortunately. Although, it's absolutely crazy strength on each of those. That'd be like 7 strength for Dreadnought. Oof. Very strong. Memnon also could be desirable, though. Memnon might be taken to try and pitch Memocorders straight away, but we shall see. So, Tezzy Avernius takes taken in 4th. Silas is up next in the 3rd seat here. You expect to see Orban taken fairly often here, you would imagine. Want to try and maybe get hold of his researchers as quickly as possible to get up a Stitched Horror. I could see that happening a lot of the time. Baron in 3rd seat's a little tricky, because a lot of the meta at the moment is that first player goes smuggling and second player gets double fold space. So 3rd space, not ideal for trying to get hold of loads of shipping. Hundro taken instead, though, which is interesting. Usually gets picked in, like, 1st spots. Pretty good spot for him here. 3rd is interesting. Still tricky. Third spot is a great chance to go like Still Suits Research Station, try and pick up Stitch Trial right away. Handro's not going to be doing that. Ilbon in first spot, though, which is very, very strong for him for all manner of reasons, which means we'll see what Raimondc takes here. Baron is the logical choice, but Memnon for Memo Quarters is not outrageous. I've seen crazier picks, and we might see it. You might also be wondering what the hell's been chosen, the fact Baron's not been taken. And, well, I mean, he does take the Baron in the end, which I can't hate. So, Baron will take 2 tokens for his Master ability. He'll choose those momentarily. I expect they'll be the normal. Hundro has got a choice between Reinforcement and Double Cross. Both pretty strong intrigues early game, but obviously requiring money, which is pretty important. So, and also, it's one of the ones you don't really want to give the other one to your opposition if you can help it. So he's going to make a choice here. You already had them. Shuffle those up there. If anything ever gets tabled like that, you should just always table them. Just, you know, for information reasons. Yeah, I already did. So Hunter's got, you need to decide which one. No, you got to decide which one you're taking before you flip that. Hundro has taken, Baron's taken, Emperor, interestingly, has not gone for Fremen, which is uncommon. Hundro keeps hold of Double Cross. And we're getting ourselves underway here. Here we go. We can get that, that'll be fine. Here we go. So, opening conflict is Victory Point Skirmish, which is pretty good for the Baron here. He will not be unhappy with this. Ilban starts off with smuggling, experimentation. You're going to see a lot of that in this competition. It has definitely become a huge part of the meta. But as Baron, Fold Space or Hardy Warriors? He Hardy Warriors immediately. Not wanting to let Tezia get hold of there. Tezia's pulled both of the faction cards and Signet Ring right away, which is a little awkward. Is there a world you go Wealth Mentat here and somehow hope no one's gone Fold Space at that point? I've no idea. So Baron Master Strokes immediately. Hundro will Fold Space. So Tezia's going to make a decision pretty quick what she wants to do here. I think Still Suits is probably the logical way to go. Nice versatile opening move. The water's obviously pretty good for second place and will be wanting to get hold of that, but it's a bit awkward for Tezia in 4th spot. This is not a great conflict, though. She wants to try and ransom Hagar Basin. It's going to be difficult to do it without getting second place yourself, so a bit tricky. I expect Ilban's just going to go Wealth here and just stack up on coins, which means if he ever gets the smuggling, he hits Swordmaster right away. So that's going to be interesting to see how players deal with that. Back to the Baron, who I expect will just base in, grab some spies, do some research, of course, as well, which is also going to be pretty important. I'm going to get across this track as fast as physically possible. Baron trying to work out if he wants to put another troop here. He probably will because he wants the point, because of Carthag. He's a little bit scared of that, and, you know, he's got reason to be concerned. Hundro up. Hundro can't get the money for Double Cross. Nothing he can do about that. Hagar Basin for a smuggling bump doesn't seem the worst. You lose the water, but maybe you can put in 2 troops and make things a bit awkward for Tezia. Is Tezia really going to go Carthag and throw more dudes in just to deny the water? I don't know that she does. I think you could probably go Hagar Basin, put 2 in here, and probably think you're going to get the water back. Whether he'll go or both of them or not, I'm not sure. He's got the dagger, which helps a little bit. Clocks have been turned on for this. Should be noted that there are no time limits in this entire tournament. The clocks are there just for posthumous purposes, I guess. I don't even know if that's the correct word. Tezia's got a ring. She feels she's got to cycle across here. Goes research stations, so she's going to go for the Stitch Tower immediately. But Experimentation's hand is fine. I think the only alternative was Carthag, which ain't doing a ton. Or you're going to Secrets. I don't hate this from Tezia. Although you got to be wary in mind. You'll be very short on resources, so you're going to be reliant on Stitch to do a lot of work here. So here we go then. Ilban first reveal with 3. He will take the Sister. I think Sister's fine here. Baron a reveal for 3 as well. I think we'll see a row rip here from Baron. I don't think this row is strong enough for him. I don't think he's interested in Organ Merchants here. But he might take Organ Merchants. try and brute force some money for Swordmaster. It's an option, but it's awkward if Ilban to your right here, stats with cash. Free's also not great for revealing on and hitting the row. Hundra in the same position here. I think Hundra's got more reason to consider Organ Merchants than Baron did. I think it's all reasonable here. Memorcore is just sitting up there, of course. Hundra could go for it. Baron could go for it. Do you think Baron daggers Memorcore is here instead of going Fold Space? He might do. Wow. So Organ Merchants is taken for Hundra, which I don't hate, and that peels off Tessia Humanity here. So 5 for Tessia, plus she gets the Stitched Horror, so does she hit the row here? Tessia Humanity's a pretty good card. Good Impersonator next up on the row. Not sure we're going to see a ton of action from that. I don't hate Tessia going Tessia Humanity's faction access. I think Ixen Engineer's too early. I don't think Interstellar's that good for you here. She's going to rip it and see what she finds, I think, which is reasonable. It's okay. Gunfalter's a nice card. Space Travel maybe has some interesting use. Maybe some X-Guild occasionally. Spy Smugglers maybe to, like, brute force some money? I don't hate it, but the problem is you got no resources. So Space Smugglers looks really horrible. I think Gunfalter's probably the way I would go here. It's a nice solid card. It's a card that can easily catch people off guard if they're not paying attention. If you're going to be looking to do a fair amount of card drawing, that can be pretty effective. And also, Taking Ability is not the worst, just taking a troop out of people's garrisons. That can be better than it looks. Does agree with the Gunfalter. So that'll be the first conflict. Baron takes the early point. Hundra gets his water back. Tessia with the spice. And that means that the Great Flat is up for grabs here. So very likely to see Hundra go Steel Suits, I think, this next round. Cement access to the Great Flat. Especially seeing as Baron even did not go for Raimondc with his token here. So I expect very much we will see that from Hundra. And I think it's a decent move. You know, good for his ring. He does need to find some money for his double cross soon.
Yeah.
Some push to talk there. Okay, next round. Next up. Oh, wow. It's Trade Monopoly. There's going to be some combat here. Tessia Vernice is going to want a big piece of this, I'm very sure. I don't know how much Ilban's going to get involved. Ilban will want to win this, though, as well, because he can cash in and get hold of his Swordmaster immediately. So those two are going to be going to war here. And Ilban's the one that has access to the Hardy Warriors, not Tessia, so this is problems for her. Baron up first, though. Baron's got to decide if he wants to go Fold Space or Memorcore. I really think Baron should go Memorcore here. I think this is better than Fold Space. Although he's concerned about leaving Foz with Hundra and getting cut off next round, so I can kind of get it. Hundra up. I think Hundra should just Steel Suit every day here. Oh, this is awkward. There's water coming as well. Maybe he doesn't have to Steel Suits. Maybe he just looks to get hold of, like, second or third place. Or maybe third, most likely, and get the water that way. But what else are you doing with Seek Allies? Just going to go ahead and smuggle, which blocks Ilban, which I think is reasonable. I think I would bump up here. Takes the cash immediately. Interesting. Is he eyeing up wealth here? Maybe so. Yellow needs to research, which they will do. Maybe 100 just setting up for wealth here as an option. Tessia will Memorcore and grab hold of the access here. Yeah, this is kind of why I think Baron should have grabbed this. I think letting Tessia get it instead is it's a little too good for her. You're gonna not get access to shipping after this anyway, so I think this is a bit of a poison chalice. Would have preferred going that. You'd have preferred Hundra going for Fold Space and not Tessia, sort of thing. Because now it's a cross me, which is not what you want. If it's the person on your left, it's not too bad. Tessia does not take the doesn't take the discard for the spice, which is interesting. Ilban Hardy Warriors, this is automatic. But the problem is, it's not so good for him winning this combat anymore, because Hunjo is saying, I'm going wealth. So, Hunjo's going to beat him to Swordmaster here. Baron will ship, and he gets to use his ring here. Is Baron going to go take cash as well? He does! Wow, what is happening here? No, he doesn't. He declines. He can look at the intrigue before he makes his decision. He picks up the reinforcements that Hundro drops, so Hundro knows that Baron's got that, by the way. It's worth keeping an eye out. So Hundro's up. Hundro has set himself up for wealth here, and I think you just got to do it. You've got to go wealth, because otherwise, when you get into Swordmaster here, you got to wealth this. You've set yourself up for this route. You got to take it, and does indeed. So Tezia, I think, will happily just take second place and call it a day. Go Imperial Basin, put a troop in. Feel pretty happy. Oh, it's a little awkward. This Hundro would love to be able to double-cross this conflict, by the way. And double-cross Tezia. But he can't do it without sacrificing Swordmaster. So Tezia's going to get away with this. Ilban's got 3 actions. The combat is his. He's in no danger here. So the thing is, he's got to realize he's not getting to Swordmaster. I actually don't hate going Mentat here, is Ilban, with your Signet Ring. Because, you know, you're spending a coin, you can still go up and down, you can still get to 8, and if somehow Hundro doesn't draw access, which can happen, I think you're still good here. I don't hate Ilban Mentatting. I think you've got to assume you're not going to get the Swordmaster next round. What did he buy? He bought Bene Gesserit's sister. Hell, even Bene Gesserit's sister's a secret. You know, it's not the worst move in the world. What else are you doing here? Not a ton. I think Mentat with your ring's fine here. It can't be a bad move. Maybe even some Dreadnought? With your ring? Now that would be kind of spicy. If you'll pardon the slight pun. But Ilban Met to Dreadnought maybe is not the worst move in the world. No one's really got much of a garrison. So I think both. I mean, it's a lot more exotic. And it's not the route I would normally take, truthfully speaking, but I don't hate the move. I think Ilban's concerned about... I think he's worried about, like, drawing all of his council access, but he's got 2 cards that draw there, so I don't think you have to be worried about that. I think you're in little danger there. Oh, right. That also could be a reason to think about it. So here we go then, back to the action. Ilban does agree with the Mentat. I think this is fine. And even if you do somehow draw both your council accesses, you can find them again. He did draw his dagger, which I don't think's what he was... It's not ideal, but it is what it is. Ilban's got no moves. Wow. He's actually kind of unlucky to not find Recon or Assist or anything. He has no actions here, so not unlucky. Anyways, Baron reveals for free, taking the Truthsayer. Hundro reveals for free as well. Rose kind of quiet. A lot of spacing access out there. Ever a world Hundro maybe gets tempted like Ixkill Compact? Maybe even Imperial Shock Trooper? Doesn't feel great. Guild Administrator is an interesting card. It used to be so good in the base game because it gave you trash abilities and such. And obviously with Ix as well, very powerful. But it's definitely gone down in value with Immortality, but goes for it. Peels off Missionaria for next here. Well, Ilban thinks that, but he's also a bit unlucky, truthfully. But maybe he should have just revealed and taken Truthsayer. I think it's what he's considering here. I don't hate the Mentat move. I think it's fine. Just a little bit unlucky with the draw. You get Recon, you get a free entry, you get Carfag, you get Benja's Sister, you go Secrets. I think it's a little bit unlucky, if anything. Tezia reveals for 4. Has already used her Atomic, so she has to live with the row as is. It's not a row she's particularly excited about. But I think it's something you gotta live with here. I think Ixkill Compact's okay. Maybe even Space Travel. It's just a 2 Persuasion. You can just start going Liaisons. I also think that's not outrageous. Tezia would absolutely love to rip this row right now, but no opportunity to do so. I think 1 Liaison's fine. I think X-Guild is fine. I think Space Travel is fine. If it's an alliance that maybe you're going to consider tackling and challenging, Does opt for it. Siege Driven Mother turns up next here, which Ilban is going to be fairly happy with. Ilban has no moves. He has nowhere to go unless he goes buying a Dreadnought. Which he could do. It's kind of a weird spire for Ilban. It's Dreadnought or you reveal. Kind of weird. I mean, the problem is, like... I don't hate going Dreadnought here. Like, you draw a card, if you peel off your Bene Gesserit, you get 6 Persuasion, then you can consider, like, hitting the row or something. He's also looking up here. He's going to have 3 Specimens at the moment, so he's eyeing up Scientific Breakthrough. Personally, it's not that good for him, really. I think it's okay to get the Dread here, but decides against it. So he's just going to take Siege Reverend and the Specimens. Again, a little bit unlucky with his draw. Given that either of these 2 cards, he gets an extra action. So a little bit unfortunate, I suppose, but that's the way it goes. So Siege Revenant will be taken. I imagine we'll see Scientific Breakthrough get taken. It's only round 2. Long way to go in this game. Opts against it. Interesting. Oh, he's typing. He might be saying, oh, wait, hold on, I meant to take that. People do that from time to time. I mean... I guess, actually, that's a good point. Yeah, you could have dagged it and at least you had your Signet Ring as a backup. You know what? He's right. Fair point. Anyway, so, combat resolved. Tezia gets on a Coal, which is actually kind of nice for her to start getting rid of these daggers. So that's useful for her. Ilban will go up and down and take the cash, you would imagine. Hoping that Hunter somehow doesn't find access, but it happens occasionally. Where do you take the bump here as Ilban? I don't hate going Spacing. I don't hate going Emperor. I think Emperor is an alliance that you can realistically look to try to target. Spacing's also fine. It's 1 bump there you don't have to get later on, and you got a little while. You can get in some shipping round 5. Find a smuggling somewhere. I think this is fine. Okay, onwards we go. Great Flat building up here. No one has access to it yet. Round 3 is Guild Bank Raid. Oh, man. And Tezia Vernius has got Fopter. Tezia Vernius is going to want a piece of this. This is going to be pretty busy here. Hundro does find access to... does find immediate access to Swordmaster, so we'll use it. Do you use your ring, or do you just dagger it? I think I'd probably just dagger it, I guess. It has a bonus double cross as well, so there could be some havoc played here in this conflict. So Tezia's up. Tezia, I would imagine, is going to Signet Ring to shipping here. No reason not to. She doesn't have any way to shift away, though. She could also Fopter in theory. But I think you'd want to leave Fopter for reveal on this conflict. Tezia Vernius has got to find a way to get 6 Solari total this round. And it's either she wins the conflict, or she goes up and down and cashes, and then just picks up something off the conflict. Which is an interesting kind of option. I don't hate that from Tezia. Just ship, take the cash, and get something from conflict. Tezia Vernius is... What is she up to here? Is she going... What the hell? Shipping access is, like, right there. What is Tezia up to here? Mentat? Surely you just go shipping and work it out from there, right? It's a curious move. Mentat's being looked at here. What's the last card? It's her Diplo. She's considering Mentatting to Hardy Warriors is what she's thinking of here. That's what she's considering doing. She really wants Diplo, but I don't think Diplo for Hardy Warriors is that worth it. Wow, what is this? Baron Arconan can't believe what he's seeing here. It's kind of crazy. Carthag it is. Wow. Just, never mind shipping. She wants Great Flat. That's what's going on here. So, 2 intrigues taken. Ambush and Tactician. Can you believe it? Wow, that's insane. She's going to get a 6 Solari. So, Tessia just completely sacks off all shipping here. Ilban will Mentat. So, Ilban's got Siege River but no Fremen cards currently. So, he needs to pick up some of those. Baron Harkonnen can't believe what's going on here. So, what does Baron do here? Do you go up and down and take training drones? It's nice and early. Round 3? I think I would take training drones here. You're going to get plenty of use out of that. I think, what the hell? Yeah, he agrees. So, training drones is going to be taken here. Man, what a decision from Tessia Vernius here. What a crazy pivot. And now reinforcement is rocking as well. And he also wants his Swordmaster, so... Well, this is going to get messy here. He's never going to get it before Ilban, though, is the problem. Is he just going to play spoiler to Tessia? I don't know. This is very interesting. Baron's probably just going to bump spacing. Can't be a bad move. Man, what is going on here? This is a wacky round. Wacky round. Everyone's got swords or intrigues for troops. Ilban has to go steel suits. And I guess Tessia is going Great Flat. Man, Carfag! What a move. So Tessia will just go out with the ring. She's going to say Fopter, which makes sense. I guess these are both going in with Fopter and with Tactician and Ambush. You think, well, I'm just going to win. Which is, you know, pretty reasonable. But again, I don't know. Baron's got training drones. He's got reinforcements. Hundro's got double cross. What is going to happen here? Diplo is coming. So she might be eyeing up Highline next round. Oh, wow. She doesn't even deploy. Savage. Just going to rely on her intrigues to get the work done here. Ilban will smuggle, so he's back up to Swordmaster levels here. I guess Hundro's going Haga Basin? Man, what a bizarre round. What is Baron going to do here? He's got his ring. He's got fold space. He can't get to Hardy Warriors. He wants the intrigue really badly. But I think he's just going to go fold space here. Yeah, that's what I figured. Fold space. Just get the alliance done. Take the coins. Oh, he draws convincing as well. He's got 7 persuasion. Huge. Is Baron Harkonnen going to reinforcements this game? I don't know. Is he going to reinforcements this fight? I'm not sure what's going to happen. This is really, really hard to know. Hundro up. I mean, Haga Basin, you probably have to just take it now. I'd be a little worried about leaving that, but it's not in huge danger. Where else are you going here? Nothing else really makes any sense, I don't think. Maybe Imperial Basin? Just to block spots? No one else has got any water? Let Haga Basin build up a bit? Well. Wow. I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming. Okay. So Tessia Vernius will deploy with 5 strength. 2 to buy. I don't think she'll buy anything. I'm not sure I would... I mean, you could buy a liaison. Stitched is going to help a bit with trashing. I don't mind one liaison. I think one liaison's never really that bad. But faction access is something that you need to keep an eye out for. Obviously, you got memo callers as well, so a lot of strength here. The problem is, Tessia Vernius is about to get destroyed here. If Hundro Moritani double crosses Tessia Vernius, it is catastrophe. Arrakis for Ilban. He feels he's got to not let Tessia win this fight. Unfortunately, I think Hundro's going to do the work for her. What is going to happen here? Only 2 troops. He's going to use the Bene Gesserit for this? Wow. So Hundro, Baron reveals of 7. He's going to punt the row. I mean, power play's there. But he punts regardless. Steel Suit Manufacturer's pretty big. Guild Chief Admin's a nice card for him. Freighter Fleet, Fremen Camp. Man. I bet he's wishing he'd taken the Fremen bump now. For his Master, but he didn't. Steel Suit Manufacturer is such a good card. If you can get Steel Suit Manufacturer in the Alliance, it is like one of the most powerful cards in the game. It is absolutely insane. What is Baron Harkonnen going to do here? But people see shipping. People take shipping. Another freighter fleet. So he's just going to go all in on shipping bumps. Some people just do that. He is playing the reinforcements. Here we go. Carnage is arriving. It's all going in, I think, as well. He can only put in 3. And he does. Man. Absolute carnage. What is Hundro going to do here? Double cross is just so much havoc to be had here. Has a ton of specimens. 5 to buy. He might rip the row as well, though Steel Suit Manufacturer is a good card for him. Is he interested in Breakthrough, maybe? He's got the specimens. He should probably use them. Yeah. Well, as it turns out, Ilban, you didn't realize what you were walking into here. You did not realize at all what you're walking into here. Hunter got a lot to consider. Hunter's got the troop in. I don't know, is Hunter just... It's such a disaster if Tessia Vernius has this troop removed. It's a complete disaster. Hunter's tempted just to take the specimens for the intrigue, and he does. Finds Infiltrate, which is pretty good if he could find the the shipping access, but he doesn't have it. Opts not to double cross Tessia, which is huge result for her. Massive, massive result here. Ilban reveals for not much. It's 3 and 2 swords or 5 persuasion. He will also take the intrigue. Finds rapid mobilization. Oh no! He can't use it on this fight. Surely he doesn't use this fight. It seems insane. No, he does! What? Oh my god. He's that determined to stop Tessia winning the conflict, and she still can! Oh my lord, he has to go Steel Suit Manufacturer. Surely he has to go with that. Tessia can still win the conflict. What has happened here? Baron's going to have 3 troops in for 2 Solari. Unbelievable. And Tessia has to do this, right? She has to win this conflict. It's guaranteed. The guy's got no intrigues. You have to do it. How do you turn this down? Surely it's mandatory. And they both come out. Disaster for Red. Absolute madness. Well, there you go, folks. Rapid mobilization reinforcements, and 2 sword intrigues over guild bank rate. Welcome to Dune Imperium. Oh my holy goodness. What a crazy, crazy world. Who won that? I don't know who won that. Hundro? I have no idea. Anyways, Tessia Vernice is up. She'll be up first here. Oh, she only just finds the Swordmaster access. So off she goes. What I would actually not hate Tessia doing is actually shifting away from spacing here. I actually don't hate her just shifting away from spacing with Signet Ring. But it'd feel terrible if like Baron somehow doesn't have access to shipping. But how you get... It's... I don't know. I guess it does suck. Her Signet Ring ability is really good. But she's just finding in situations can't really use it too effectively. But these snoopers are taking forever. This is round 4 and you've got 2 faction bumps. This is really bad for Tessia. Anyway, Swordmaster taken. Does opt to do it. Alright. Tessia Vernice is getting creative here and I like it. No one has any water. There's 4 spice at the Haga Basin. She bumps the Emperor here. Maybe eyeing up taking those troops early. Ilban is up. Ilban's found Manufacturer and Seats Reverend Mother together, which is pretty insane. What a crazy draw that is to find both of those immediately. Wow. I think it still suits for me. Just goes Mentat straight away, the dagger. Boring. Oh, it's not most interesting. I will not miss that uprising. Anyways, so Baron's up. Baron now doesn't feel he has to ship, which is true. It's a victory point conflict, by the way. Tessia Vernice must be eyeing up highlining with space travel here. That must be part of the consideration. Problem is, what do you do as Baron? I guess Baron still suits now. Right? If Ilban's not doing it, I guess you do it. Oh, he is nervous, though, about it being stolen. Maybe, like, Hundro has, like, bribery or something? Whoa, what is this? How you not use your Diplo? It's gotta be still suits, right? Does he really want a piece of this conflict? Tessia's sitting there with 6 spice. And she's willingly given up the shipping bump. Okay, he just shipped straight away, which can't be bad. Can't be a bad move. Is he going to go for the trash, or does he go for the intrigue now? I think I'd go for the trash here. Get rid of one of the daggers out your hand. Yeah, the thing is, your dex here is pretty good. You don't really want to trash Freighter Fleet right now. You could trash Freighter Fleet... Easy for me to say. Freighter Fleet right now. It's not outrageous. But I think I'd rather just trash the dagger out of your hand here. Or take the beetle bump if you're not going to do either of those. I do think you should trash, though. Your deck's a little big here. Goes for the trash. Dagger goes by the looks of it, which is good. So Hundro's up. Hundro, kind of a weird hand. Hundro must be eyeing up Fold Space here. With, like, Guild... I think Fold Space Guild Administrator looks pretty good. Because you've got Infiltrate and you can cash in that shipping. Might go Steel Suits first. Opts to do it this way instead. Which I think is fine. Don't have to draw anymore, by the way. It should be noted. Fold Space cards, you're not required to draw automatically. You can trash before the card if it happens, but it fizzles out. But it opts to do so. Which I don't hate. But the problem is now, Guild Administrator is kind of not so good. I would have Guild Administrated there, personally. Tessia Vernice is like, okay, we're just going to rock and roll here. Just barrels it out immediately. I guess she's going Research Station. So, just pumps it in. Wow, I don't think you need to pump it all in here. I think it's a bit unnecessary. I think 4 is good, and does agree. Yeah, you don't need all 6. That's really unnecessary. So I think research station's coming. Scientific breakthrough's still out there, by the way. And that might be of some interest. I think that's what she's planning to do, is research stationing. Using Stitch Horror to supplant some of the water cost here. Somehow, still, no one has still not gone Steel Suit. What is going on here? Ilban's going to get there. Crazy letting Ilban get to this, by the way, with Manufacturer. It's kind of insane with all the spice in Haga Basin. But never mind. Baron's got an action. He's going to go Secrets. Yeah. Just Secrets, take the faction bump. Not his deal. Finds War Chest. That's a pretty good intrigue for him here, actually. He needs to get the money together, though. He still gets to get his Sword Master, so he needs to find some money for that. So Hunter is prepping up for whatever he's going to do here. He doesn't have to infiltrate right away, but he might want to get troops ready to fight for some money or something. Organ Merchants is available. I think just going Guild Admin, shipping is fine here, and then just Organ Merchants like Carthag or Arakeen. You think you're going to get to one of those. Can't do anything about Haga Basin. Imperial Basin, maybe? Does get your ring going, I suppose. I don't hate going Imperial Basin. But you can also just take spice off of shipping. You don't really need the money anymore. Especially with Organ Merchants, so... Just going to take a load of resources here. I think that's fine. It's basically a specimen for 2 spice and 4 Solari. Like, it's pretty good going. Can't hate that. Back to Tesia, who looks like she's going researching. I think she's after scientific breakthrough here. No, does Haga Basin it instead? Guess that's also fine. So, 1 research, 1 bump, so we'll get the Talaxu spice. So, Highliner is ready to go again. Which is pretty insane. Doesn't take the trash, though, so a deck's gotta be a little bit careful about this. But Talaxu's taken. I'd take the water back, I think. Trashing's not great. Yeah, I think I'd just take the water here. And look to kind of research station to brute force it. On your next round. Something along those lines. But you've got Cull, I guess, as well, so you don't need to trash excessively. I guess you can take this route. This is also fine. Well, it's been a curious game so far. I don't really know who's favourite in this. Baron, I guess? I don't know. It's been a strange game. There's more twists and turns to come here, I'm pretty sure, however. We shall see. Back to Ilban. Ilban doesn't want to play Siege Reverend. He'd rather reveal it. He's got 8 Persuasion at the moment. Is this High Council? I think this is High Council for me, with Signet Ring. Spice of Slow guaranteed. I think this is the time to do it. I think that's my move. You're going to get the spice off of Siege Reverend as well. Maybe even you get 2 special experimentation. Maybe even you pick up Scientific Breakthrough now if you're going to do it. I think that's the move for me. I think High Council, get it done. Start buying the spice. It's round 4. You're going to need to start buying them. You could smuggle, I guess. But the row's not great. If you did that, you'd have 7. You do have Atomics, I guess, but, you know, Spiceless Flow's just a point here, right? You gotta start buying those points. I don't think it's worth... If there was, like Jessica was out there, or, you know, something along those lines, Imperium Ceremony, a whatever power you knew you were gonna get or something, then fine. But I think you just gotta take the hard 9 here, and just take the point. High Council's gonna be good. It's gonna help you buy Spice later on as well. The problem is Ilban is conscious of the fact he's not going to get his Sword Master. But it's not so bad for Ilban, and it's the situation here. If he doesn't get Sword Master next round, there's only one other person left to get it. And once Baron takes it, which he will do next round, you don't need to worry about it. You can take it whenever you want. So I think this is High Council for me. You Mentat next round, and then you just get the resources together to get your Sword Master in a couple of rounds. Maybe you smuggle or something. Ilban instead opting for Carthag. I can't say I like that move. I would have even considered going Arrakis if you pull convincing. Yeah, back up to 9. I don't like Carthag. I don't think it's a great move. That's just me. Not a fan. So he's basically going to get 7. He's going to punt the row and hope to find something good. Which is never reliable. I think High Council was the move. In any event, so Hunjo's going to infiltrate shipping here. I guess he just trashes out the dagger while he's at it. When does Hunjo start taking bumps here? Emperor, you think? Maybe take Bene Gesserit bumps? Start trashing, like, cards out your deck? Get some, maybe a Spiceless Flow or 2 going? Could go Fremen for siege access. I don't hate it. Opts to do that instead, which is fine. Yeah, this is fine. I think this is all okay. Ooh, I don't know. Hunjo, actually, maybe you should have bumped up twice and kept your ring going. Your ring's coming soon, and you cash in for, like, Chow Murky or something. Quick rules question. That is indeed the answer. Yeah, I think I would have actually liked seeing Hunjo go up to... It's like, Chow Murky's a great tech for you here. I think I would have liked to have seen him do that. Be a little bit more, you know... And the thing is, that weight of that ring, that threatens on people. They're like, people know it's coming, so it kind of messes with people, but never mind. So Tessie is going to reveal for 2. I mean, you could take Freighter Fleet. I actually don't hate Freighter Fleet because you've got Stitched. And you can, like, reveal that and then trash it later for a couple of bubs. I think Stitch is fine. Freighter Fleet's fine here. But Op's against it. So 7 for Ilban. He's going to gamble and see what he finds here. I can't believe no one's taken selective breeding this game. This kind of blows my mind. So it's a punt. See what you find. Does Ilban get lucky here? Could find pretty much anything. That's for the table to decide. So here's the row: shifting, voice, assassination, dissecting, and carriol. There's some good cards. So they're gonna let Ilban, let Baron have it, which is cool. People do forget stuff, you know. It's up to the table to police that. Finds a from and bump. Wow, that's pretty good. I wouldn't play that right now. It's not gonna look very good. So dissecting will be taken, I imagine. I mean, that's 7 persuasion right there between them. Bounty Hunter next. Shifting will be taken. I imagine Voice will be taken. Nothing else comes up here, and we'll do so. Was that better than just taking the point at High Council? Remains to be seen. I also don't have any idea how Ilban's ever going to get anything out of Harvest Cells at this point. Apart from, like, Hardy Warriors. That's probably about it. So, in any event, combat's going to be resolved here. Oh, Hunjo can double-cross red! Oh, I think I would. Smuggler's Softer turns up. He'll take that. I think I would... I mean, it's only 4 Solari, though. Yeah, decides not to. He's going to hold on to it. So, nothing to be done here. Combat resolves. Ilban finds 4 coins, which I guess is alright. Tesia takes the point. We're going to move on. Round 5. Sort through the chaos. It is the Mentap conflict. Okay. So, Baron Harkonnen's going to have the chance to go up and down if he wants. I think Baron Harkonnen going Chow Murky also looks pretty tasty here. He's got a really good hand. It's almost too good. Almost too good here. But the thing is, he now can get hold of Swordmaster whenever he wants. He's under no pressure, so he doesn't have to worry about that. I think Chalmurky would be the move for me. I think I'd go up and down and grab it. Take the spice. But he wants money for War Chest. But he's also got extra shipping. Guild Admin and Freighter Fleet are in there, so... You know. You could go both ways on it. You could take the cash, hoping you find Mentat with, like, Truthsayer. No, I think I like this move. I think Chalmurky... I like Chalmurky here. I think this is a fun little move. There you go. Take that there. So that will mean they will win all endgame tiebreaks. Chalmurky, pretty good in the... I think it's got extra value in something like this, a group competition. Oh my goodness me. Well, Calculated Hire turns up, but it can't pay for it. There's the Raimondc. Refocus also found. That could be useful later. This is a really good hand. That could actually help next round, Refocus. So is anyone going for the second Talaxu Beetle bump? I think blue most likely is. Red might flirt with it. I think red could maybe do it. Red needs to get researching quickly. Because they've got dissecting. They need to get that active here. Green is absolutely armed up to the teeth here, by the way. It's kind of unfortunate, actually. He's got Calculated Hire, but it's the Mentat conflict, so he won't be able to use it next round. And then the round afterwards, he's fourth to axe, so... Baron's a bit unlucky with Calculated Hire here. Unless he can somehow pick up some spice next turn and actually use it on the spot. I don't think he's actually going to be able to use that. Kind of a tricky call. I was just going to see how he's going to look to proceed here. If you're going to Calculated Hire, this is the round you want to do it. Anyways, so Hundro's going to go. Hundro's just... Is he going Detonation or is he going Spy Satellites? What is up here? Detonation device is taken by Hundro Moritani. Okay, so Declaration of War it is. He's like, let's party. And he's going to rely on Double Cross to get a point out of that. Here we go. So, that is going to give some heat here. He's not heavily garrisoned, but he's thinking, well, Baron's only got one action. Tezzy's sitting there with Thopters, though, and 6 spies. That's kind of scary. But maybe he figures this is a combat he can just go hard in, and no one's going to stop him. Which, I don't know. Maybe? The problem is, when you take detonation devices, it's not quite that obvious. So Tezia opens with the Thopter this time for research. So green and yellow lose a truth. Oh my goodness me, she finds space travel. Can you believe it? Just take him off. I love how, like, they say, take your truth. You just do it yourself, or whatever. Don't matter. Anyways. Wow, find space travel. Which is good, because her hand otherwise is pretty terrible. Interesting to see what Tezzy's going to do here. I put out 1. You might as well put out 1. I think that's fine. It looks good either way. Ilban's up. Ilban wants the Mentat, but using his sister to Mentat feels kind of bad. But he's going to do it. Back to the Baron. What is Baron going to do here? His hand's almost too good. It's surely Diplo. Diplo still suits? Use training drones, put in the free troops. I don't hate it. I don't think it's not amazing, but I don't really know what else you've got here. Baron will be first to act next round, so he doesn't have to worry about secret stealing. If he picks it up off the conflict. Like, he can always just refocus. He'll be fine. I think Steel Suits is fine. No one's really gone after the Alliance too much. You do need to find an Emperor bump somewhere, and the Bene Gesserit's looking good for you. The problem is you have no spice to really get a lot of use out of just unless you just start barreling secret, which doesn't feel great. if you go for the Fremen, how often are you going to win it? There's not a lot of water out there. But Red's got Steel Suits Manufacturer. That's a problem. That's a real problem, actually. So maybe you do just go Secrets. And does agree. Does agree. Yeah, I just suddenly thought about that. Red is going to get Steel Suits online here pretty soon. That's going to be very scary for the table. Red is going to start just hyper buying spice. Red finds Private Army, which they can't use. Take out the Diplo, might as well. Find a Dagger, which... it's deck cycling, I guess. Red now has to refocus is the problem. Well, they don't have to. I don't think anyone's secret sealing you here. I think you're fine. I think he's a little bit nervous about losing War Chest, but I think you can just pass it and wait. And does decide to do so. Infiltrate was already played by Hundro as well, so no one can get there. So Hundro will open with the with Steel Suits here. Basically telling Ilbard, are you going Hardy Warriors? And I think the answer is he is. Hundro finds Sardaukar Legion. Which is nice if you can get more troops get together, but I don't know how he's going to do that. Tezia is up here. Now, Tezia, I think, may have in some worlds gone Highliner here, but now it's a bit hard to know. It's a bit weird, this. You could go Basin. Take the influence bump or something. I don't hate that. You could also just go Fold Space. You've got Memo Quarters. And even going Fold Space just gives you stuff to do. Maybe you go Highliner and just garrison most of your troops and then look to go Great Flat or something. That also doesn't seem terrible. I think you have to use space travel. You need the bumps. You got Memo Quarters. You got it's round 5. You got 1 snooper. It's very slow. You've got to start getting these snoopers going here. So I think it's space travel either one way or the other. I don't hate highlining here and just garrisoning most troops. But opts to just go Fold Space, which is also okay. But now, what's your next action? Here comes the Hardy Warriors. And Ilban's going to throw them in here. Remember, Ilban needs a 3rd troop in for Harvest Sales, though. Oh, man. Ilban might get messed up here with Harvest Sales here. Because Hundro's got Double Cross, and he's going to feel he has to use it, I suspect, in this conflict. So, I don't think Ilban's going to get Harvest Sales off. It's going to be kind of unfortunate for him. So, Baron's going to reveal for 3 and a shipping bump. I definitely feel like Baron is favourite to win this game at the moment. He's kind of going under the radar, if anything, somehow. Like, a lot of stuff has happened crazy in this game. And I feel like Baron's been, like, the least hurt by most of it. Training Drones is just stacking up dudes for him as well. I think Baron's is in a good position. Sardaukar's going to be taken here. Just a wealth, I guess. Might as well. Garrison a couple of dudes. What is Ilban going to do? I guess Ilban's just saying he's going to go Carthag, I think, here. But we'll see. Tezia's up. Again, this is really weird for Tezia. Like, what do you do here? This is why I think I would have preferred going Highliner. I just think it gives you more versatility on this action. Now it's like Imperial Basin or what? Smuggling? I guess you could go Carthag yourself. I just think I would have preferred having the water here. Can't go Siege. Arrakis doesn't feel great. So Carthag it is. Wow, finds Expedite. I tell you what, that could be of some use. But the game's got to go a couple more rounds until find use. But we might find Tezia might find a smuggle or two now here. We shall see. I do think Tesia should have considered using experimentation, though. For the faction bump. Also, like, she has a legitimate chance of getting the second Talaxu point, so... You know, again, that's just my fault. I think Highliner, like, great flat, I think was totally fine. That is a curious deployment of troops. They're both going in. Figures I've got both daggers. Try and get second place. Well, this is going to be curious. If Ilban puts in a third troop, and Hundred double crosses, who does he double cross? Well, it looks like it's gonna be that. But this feels bad. And again, Hunter's got 2 troops in, but Harvest Cell requires 3. So Blue's getting double crossed here. So, but it's not going to be enough. The 2, is it going to be enough? Oh, it will be enough. You have the 2 daggers. It will be fine. So Hunter's going to get it. Kind of a weird sort of conflict, this. No one really trying to kind of get heavily involved in this. Very, very strange one. And it's worked for Yellow's benefit. But there we go. 2 to buy. I don't think Hunter should really consider buying anything here. I mean, I don't hate Bounty Hunter. But also, he could have just gone high priority travel. I wouldn't hate that either. So Tesia's 2 swords will not be enough. So Hunter's going to get immediate value for detonation devices. And it might encourage him to go again. Tesia will go for the whatever you want to call it. The scientific breakthrough. I guess there's one reason for not using experimentation. You wouldn't be able to use that immediately. You'll get it immediately. So I guess that was because if she really wanted to get hold of that, then she couldn't use experimentation. So I guess that's an argument. 5 to buy. It's not a great row. I think high priority travel is just fine. And sometimes you peel off a good card behind it. Bounty Hunter's being looked at. Does go for it. Keys to Power turns up. What a card. Very, very good card here. Ilban would like a piece of that. It's an amazing Ilban card. Get that to, like, Mentat? Oh, it's outrageous. He will have 6. I think he should consider Keys to Power here. I know he wants a Fremen card or 2. I think Keys to Power is just good. I think I would be taking that. Otherwise, combat is going to resolve as is. So, Hunjo's going to get Mentat. He's going to get the detonation. Tesia will get the second place, which I think is kind of what she was after. I don't really know. I guess she felt they felt kind of obliged to stop thingy. Wow, took the going all in on Fremen. Took the commando there. Interesting. But nothing to be played here. So everyone's going to take the rewards. I'm going to move on here. See what intrigues people pick up. Oh my goodness gracious me. Has Hundro Moritani just become favourite in this match? It's possible. Tesia finds strategic push, which is not really what she was looking for. It's not great, not at this point in the game. Just the 2 Solari for Ilban, and we're going to move on here. Round 6 is the final conflict before the tier 3s. Oh my holy goodness. Machinations turns up here. Tesia Vernius has got Highliner access. She's got memo corders. This is about to be carnage. Stitched Horrors there. Scientific's there. This is a crazy round. So, refocus from Baron. Picks up Guild Chief again. Freighter Fleet in hand as well. It's a good hand. But he's only going to have... He's a little tricky on actions here. Do you use Guild Chief Admin just to unload and trash Freighter Fleet here or something? Before this round is over? I'd also be slightly nervous about Tesia, knowing that she's got a lot of spacing access. That's a little scary. Interesting spot here for Baron. I mean, I think you've just got to experiment and then kind of play it from there. You're probably experimentation, Fold Space Swordmaster, work it from there. Do you take troop transports? Spy satellites, flagship, troop transports. You can get transports and flagships if you want to. Spy satellites is a weird one in that it's not great for him right now. But what you could do is at least take it. It's a bit of denial. Like, Red would love spy satellites right now. Absolutely love it. So maybe you look to take it and deny that. Not going to go... And is going to double bump up here. So I think Guild Chief Admin might be coming. Guild Chief Admin might be coming here before this is all said and done. Calculated High is just stuck in his hand, though. He's not going to... He might not be able to use that for the rest of the game. Very possible. Oh, boy. Afraid he can't use it, Green. Because there's no Mentat. Oops. Yeah. That was what I said in the last round. Like, the Mentat conflict being there is really bad timing for Baron to pick up a Calculated Higher. It's a good intrigue, but there's nothing he could do about it. The timing just sucked for him, so it's just stuck in his hand. And now Red knows that. Red will always Mentat, so Calculated Higher will never be used, which is unfortunate. So Hundra's got 4 actions. He's going to draw a load of cards. I think he's just going to smuggle to start with, which is good, because his ring is on his way. So just draw the 2. It also blocks Red here as well. Ooh, that's a rough draw for Hundro there. My goodness. That's really horrid. He's in trouble here. And here we go. Tesia just immediately just bangs it in. Let's rock and roll. That's what I think about this conflict. Just fires in at Highliner. Going adventuring. Didn't even hesitate. It's just... Oh my goodness. I guess she's figuring she's going to go to Research Station. I guess is the point. And she's going to look to try and get Scientific Breakthrough cashed in now. Could be very possible. Research, experimentation, breakthrough would get the job done here. And now Red's got a problem with his faction. It's kind of uncomfortable with this. I think Red might feel forced to go Fold Space with Guild Chief and then unload and trash the freighter fleet. I think he might feel forced to do that. This could be interesting. But Ilban's up. He's got voice. He could grab some spice and maybe block. I don't know. He's no faction access, which is really awkward here, though. You could go Siege and block Research Station if you think Tesia's going there a lot. Tesia's done a lot of high lines Research Station. And it would make reasonable sense she'd want to do that again. So you could go Siege, block Research. But you want to get Shifting off as well. You've got to get Research done this round if you want to get Dissecting off. That's my other issue here. Dissecting currently isn't doing anything on reveal. No, really? Wow, that's kind of cruel. That's kind of brutal. Well, I think then only move Baron's got is Fold Space, defend the Alliance. Oh, I guess you could just go City as well. Actually, you don't need to... Yeah, you don't need to go to Fold Space to do it. My apologies. You can just cash in the shipping bump here. Defend it that way. That's kind of a mean move from Ilban there. I don't really think that's necessary. What's that about? It's the problem, though, when someone's got voice and someone's only got 2 actions and they're next to go, they're primed to go for... Oh, my goodness me, Carfag, and finds his Emperor bump. Oh, my goodness. What a crazy draw that is. So, this is all about to go in here. He's going to take Spice, and this is going to be pure violence. Troop Transport comes in. Training Drones is coming in. City's coming in. This is, what, 7 troops? Man alive. Does need to do the trash first. The arrow is an atomic effect, so once you do a discard, you must trash before anything else. So there's the free from the city. Here comes the free from transports. Here comes training drone. So there's 7. Private army is coming here. This is absolute madness, this. Huge amount of dudes. He's still got to take the rest of his stuff. He will take Spice, obviously. He'll defend the spacing, obviously. And he took the tech. Wow. That's going to give Tessie Avernius something to think about here. Hundro, meanwhile, has his own issues. Hundro has got 3 actions, and look at his hand. It's absolutely hideous. Did you just go Imperial Basin, Hagar Basin? How did he not find his ring? Or Diplo, or anything? Hideous hand. I think he'd just go Basins. Imperial Basin, Hagar Basin. I don't really see what else you can do here. If you can get both basins, maybe you could go spy satellites yourself? Maybe there's some world you find a way to flagships, or... Maybe you just go High Council and just reveal for Spice Must Flow. You've got Chome shares, though, so why would you want to do that? It feels horrid. I think that's what I would do here. I think you just experiment. You need to start making progress towards this other Talaxu point anyways, and if you're not going to do it now, you may not get a chance to do it. I think it's just... You just do a load of harvesting. Hit both basins. And then do whatever. The problem is, I think High Council, like, you could get the Spice of Slow point. The problem is, A, you've got Churn shares, and B, you're sacking off 2 actions. I don't think that's worth it. Not when you're not there with your Talaxu point at the top. He's only got 2 out of 4. I think that's the way I would move here. Start harvesting. Yeah, and does agree. I think this is a good move from Yellow. Kind of making the best of what is not a great situation. Tessia is up. Tessia Avernius, what are you going to do here? Tessia has her ring. She could shift into Emperor and refire. But where's she ringing to? It has to be Hagar Basin. It's kind of unfortunate, this, for Hundro. He's a bit unlucky, really. She has no access to Siege, so it has to be Hagar Basin. It's the only place she can go. She's going to get reminded very quickly she doesn't have access to that. It's got to be Hagar Basin. It's the only place she can go. Or Research Station now. And I think that's why she's looking at her deck here. Thinking, what are we going to pull? Thopter's there. Fold Space would be good. Bounty Hunter could be a decent card for her, actually. I think both are reasonable. Hunter is praying she goes Research Station here. And I think with Stitched, I think that's probably the move I would take. But I don't know. I mean, you go Hagar Basin, Great Flat. And just take all the spice. It's an interesting spot, isn't it? If she doesn't use a ring, that feels like concession of combat. Because surely you would ring and take the Emperor bump here. But it feels terrible. Baron is loaded on intrigues, and all you've got is strategic push. You could go up to 8 troops, which gives you what? And if you don't need scientific, there's 3 swords. Pushes +5. But it's a really not a fun combat to go in heavy and not win. Like, War and 2 Solari is pretty brutal. So Tezia might feel this is sunk cost fallacy here. If she's going great flat, she's definitely... But then what are you doing with your ring? Ooh. Is Tezia Vernius going spy satellites? Oh no, she's going to use this for the Emperor bump. Okay. Wow, what is happening here? This is all kinds of entertainment. A lot happening here. Tezia's not going to win this fight is the problem. Takes the troop. Is going to take the bump surely. The Talaxu point bump thing. Beetle. The yellow thing. Ugh, this feels kind of horrible as Tezia though. Like, you don't enjoy this. You got one more action, but what on earth are you doing with it? She might have to not play Scientific Breakthrough and leave it for the sword and just Signet Ring away from spacing to get these other snoopers going. I don't know what's going to happen here. This is very curious. Ilban's up in the midst of all of this madness here. Ilban's got has got shifting and wants to use it. He needs to research to get his dissecting online. So unfortunate for Hundro. Hundro has no moves. Hundro might have to Mentat here just to try and find a card he can use. It's absolutely crazy. He can't even High Council to get hold of as Spice Must Flow anymore. It's been wild. I think Hundro Moritani has to consider going Mentat here. What have you got to come? Your ring, which isn't doing well. Your ring gets you the Siege. You can cash in, get the spacing, get the Fremen Alliance. Diplo is Fremen Alliance. What else you got in here? I think it's Mentat. I think we might see it. Mentat, just draw the card. It feels kind of bad, but you think you can get the coins back for Choam shares with some shipping. I don't hate this move. You could also just go Dreadnought. Ooh. Ooh, I don't like tech negotiation. I don't like tech negotiation. I think if you're going to go up there, you might as well just grab the Dreadnought. I guess he's just going to do this, and he's doing this so he can go fold space, and he's going to trash the dagger. Tezia Vernis still cannot go to Siege. He still can't go there. That has not changed. Yeah, this is the problem. I think Tezia's made a bit of a meal of this. And now she can't even go tech negotiation. Does Tezia go High Council? Oh, but you just lose to so many intrigues. I legitimately think what I would do is not play Scientific. I think I would honestly play Signet Ring to whatever you're about to do. You've got to get these snoopers going. You've got to get them going. Otherwise, the other alternative is Tezia Vernis goes Dreadnoughting the spy satellites. And I think that's what we're about to see. I mean, Tezia Vernis and Memo Corners and spy satellites. What is happening? It's a wild game. Absolutely wild game, this. Great entertainment. I'm not going to lie. Baron Harkonnen's going to win this match, isn't he? Where's Baron taking these bumps? He's taking, obviously, Bene Gesserit. I guess better just reinforce spacing? Can't be bad. So Spy Satellites is taken for Tessia Vernius, which is something. I think, yeah. I think Ilban was, yeah. Ilban going Spy Satellites was obvious. Unfortunately, he just took too long. I think that was the problem here. I think Ilban going Arrakis didn't hugely like the move. I think Ilban's plan was Spy Satellites and just absolutely jam the Fremen. I think that was the intention. He can still jam the Fremen. And I think that's what we'll see with our High Council. It's probably a little bit late, this. But never mind. Oh, he finds Steelseat. Oh, no, he finds Steelseat Manufacturer. Oh, what an awful draw. He can't use it for the Alliance next round, and he doesn't even get any Fremen Bond. That's a horrible draw. Oh, that's horrible. That's pretty unlucky. But it was his last card, so I guess he must have known it was coming. Oh, dear me. So, back to Hundro, who has no more moves and would rather just reveal with 6 and Atomic Laro, which is what he's going to do. Not even worth going Fold Space. I think I would have considered going Fold Space. I would have ripped the row and then looked. Oh my goodness, mate. Well, Opulence is there. Talaxu Master. Benny Researcher. Opulence is weird. Like, in theory, it's good for him, but he's already got Choem shares. You're not going to be able to double dip here. Very hard to double dip. TM is there, but it's round 6. You're not going to see it for a little bit. Is the research going to do a ton of use for you? I don't know. Opulence is interesting. So he's thinking, well, if I just cash in the shipping and money again, I can get 7, and the shipping's going to be 5/6. Maybe a wealth hit somewhere. He reckons he can get the Opulence point. But he's got to draw it. I don't know. How useful is TM for you here? That's the question. Given where you currently are on the research track, TM is basically a coin and either a beetle or an influence bump. And it ain't going to be the beetle, so it's basically an influence bump, which isn't great. So I think, yeah, I think Opulence is the right call. Man, it's kind of strange. Tesla reveals for 1, will do nothing. Ilban's going to reveal for 5 and the beetle bump, so he will be getting TM immediately. Man, what a wild game. No spice, but TM every time. He's got to be careful though. He needs to get these faction points going. So there are problems here for Ilban. So here we go. Combat it is. And here comes the private army. And Tessia hates it. It's +3. At least she thinks if she didn't use Scientific Breakthrough, might have at least got a tie or something. But now Baron just wins the conflict. And Baron is big favourite to win this match now, you'd think. Big favourite. Oh, he picks up Gruesome Sacrifice as well. So that's his... that makes things easy for his Talaxu point. So Baron's going to get Talaxu for 8. Where's Baron scoring his other 2 points, though? Is he likely to win this conflict? I don't know. I'm not sure that he is. It's Carthag. It's vacant. There's interest to come here. Maybe this isn't quite as wrapped up, but Baron's still favourite here for sure. So Hunter's up first. Sardaukar Legion. Organ Merchants. Not a great hand here. Does have shipping access. How good is Organ Merchants for you now, though? I don't think you can really use Organ Merchants anymore is the problem. At least not for its ability. I think you have to just go... Ooh, he does opt to use... I guess he needs the money. But he's got to be careful. He's still got to get this Talaxu point. That's my concern here. Ops, no, doesn't opt for any tech, which is fine. They're all pretty expensive. Might as well make a punt for the Emperor. So he'll take the cash. He has to lose the specimen's the problem. And he will do it. So he's going all in for money here. This is going to look pretty suspicious with opulence. He's like, why do you need that much money? It's going to look very suspicious. Tezzy's up. I don't know what Tezzy's going to do here. Steel suits? Look at Tezzy's hand. Space travel? Bounty hunter? Space travel's doing nothing here. Is Tezzy Vernius just going to look to just cash in Spy Satellite's hard way here? I think that might be what we'll do. This is a brutal hand for Tezzy Vernius here. This is really, really bad. Fine scientific, which is good. So that's points. That's a money card right there. Mentad it is. Again, Baron will never get calculated higher off. Never, ever, ever. He's got millions of Fremen cards. Ilban's got distance to make up, but he is going to start scoring points here. He's got a long way to go, though. Problem is he's really struggling for faction access. That's the problem. We might see selective breeding here from Ilban. Who knows? So Baron's up. I still think that block of Swordmaster on Baron was kind of unnecessarily cruel. Although he is currently leading the game. What does Baron want to do here? It's not a bad hand. It's not great. This is the issue. Where are you scoring points? Your Talaxu is your 8th point, but then what? I don't hate Baron just going smuggling here. The idea being is that he can then bump down on the research here. And the idea being is that he can then trash Calculated High because it's a dead card, redraw it, draw another card, and then see what happens. I think that's what I would do here. Calculated High is just doing absolutely nothing. You can smuggle. You've still got Guild Chief Admin. That's still going to be points for you. I think that's what my move would be. I think I would smuggle. Smuggle. Go down. Take Signet Ring for Swordmaster next round. And suss it from there. I think would be a move. Do you think you can win this conflict otherwise? That's the other question. If you were to go like Siege, do you think you can win the conflict? If you go Carthag and Jam, do you think you can win this? I don't think anyone else is getting the Highliner. And bear in mind, you have got you've got troop transports. So if you do find Guild Chief Admin, I don't know if it's in his discard or not. Oh, it's in his discard. He's never going to find it. Okay, but it's not so good then. Also, if you're cycling intrigues, Machine Culture is just a point right now, if you find it. And you've got Chow Murky as well. You've got to find points. Wow, he's gone wealth. Wow. Oh, this is off the beaten track here for Baron Harkonnen. Or flashing Diplo and saying, I'm actually going to do that. That feels kind of bad. So sacks that off, finds the other one. I guess he figures I've got War Chest, and he needs money together, which is true. But I think I would have smuggled there. Yeah, Hundro's going to benefit here, so he gets double shipping. Sardaukar Legion's going to be great for him. And now you can go Spice. Yeah, I think Baron missed the trick there. I think smuggling would have been my move. Much to Hundro's benefit here. Hundred's looking at Hardy Warriors, I think. Tezia Vernius is... She doesn't have to do Research Station, but she's going to draw 3 cards. I think maybe she just realized that, oh wait, I didn't need to do that. But it's done. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another card draw is going to be probably 9. Both daggers are gone. So Tessia has to research. Whoa! Okay, Tessia's just going to pay for all the bumps now. Okay. I didn't actually think she was going to do that. I thought she was going to keep some money on hand, but decides against it. She's found Bypass Protocol, by the way. Oh, she can't use it like right now directly. So Scientific's a point. She gets to draw one more card as well. 1 to 2 Persuasion. Would love convincing right now. Oh, find Stitched as well. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know about paying for all of it. Because, like, Stitch is going to get you your Beetle bumps. But opts to do it anyways, because I'm not doing anything else with the cash. Can you see what she's going to do with Stitch, then? So, up to 6. Officially, well, technically it's 6 plus 2. What is Ilban going to do here? I have no idea. Man, there's no spice about. Effectively has 12 Persuasion in hand. I think it needs to get researching to get this influence bump. Not an easy spot for Ilban. By the way, we're like 7 actions into this round. no one's put anything into this conflict yet. It's kind of strange. It's been a funky game, this, no doubt. So Reds realised they didn't apparently get water for the last conflict for the reward, which is a little unfortunate. It's too late now. Once it's yeah, that's just the way it goes. I didn't spot that, nor did anyone else. So unfortunate for Ilban. The Ilban was maybe considering like Great Flat Holtzman, but obviously don't have the water for it now, so they have complicated the situation hideously. Bit unfortunate. That's the way it goes. So I think Ilban... Oh, this is really awkward for Ilban. Ilban's got just so much to do in not a lot of time. I think I would bump down and take the shipping access. Ooh, he opts for that, though. Well, he finds Grand Conspiracy, which is both good and not good for him. He will get the spice. He's got the High Council, but 4 Persuasion, 2 factions. I don't see how that's happening, and I don't see how he's going to get 2 Dreadnoughts either. Carthag it is. Demand Respect is found for Baron Harkonnen, if he had ever found a chance to use it. Oh, but Baron Harkonnen can't use any of these cards! Oh, he's at risk of Secret Stealing, and no one's gone Bene Gesserit yet. Oh, Secret Stealing's coming here, surely. Stone Melange is also taken. Blue would love that. Well, 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 here we go. Is anyone going secrets here? Red might well go secrets, I think. There are worlds he does. Wow. Yellow might go secrets. He's not going to win the oh, this is so difficult. So, Yellow feels that they need to win the conflict. So they're thinking Hardy Warriors is 8. Sardaukar Legion's 12. Is 12 ever good here? I have no idea if 12 strength is good. But I think he feels he's got to do it. He can't let green win this conflict here. It seems absurd, so he's going to fire in. He's kind of set up to fire in, so... We'll see what happens here. Tessie's up. So Tezia wants to get Spice Must Flow here. But she's only got 8 persuasion if she does this. She's got to go Arakeen. It looks like it's an Arakeen trip here to draw a card and try to stick to the 9. Hence Stitch Horror not being used here, which I think is reasonable. I don't really see what else you've got here. I think this is what I do. Arakeen, shift away from spacing, go to Fremen, and just start collecting points. I think you're running out of time here. You gotta get the Spice Must Flow. I think that's too important. I don't think you can really turn that down. Next round, you're thinking go shipping. And then Expedite is going to let you cash that into a conflict, which is going to be huge. Ooh, Tech negotiates instead. Did not want to take the chance. Didn't want to take the risk, which I can't hate. I mean, if you somehow draw a card that's only 1%, or a card you don't want, I don't hate it. Oh, yeah, Fopter was there. So 1 in 4 chance of picking Fopter, which would have been a disaster. So, you know, yeah, makes sense. I don't hate that move from Tezio at all. I think that's a wise, shrewd decision. So Ilban is up next. So Ilban has 11 persuasion at the moment. Arakeen's still there now. I think I would go Arakeen with the Commando. Oh, he's going Dreadnoughts. Oh, he's going Dreadnoughts. He thinks he's got to make a dive for this. Oh, he finds Diplo. That is so lucky to find Diplo right here. What a draw. Wow. That's huge. He's going secrets. Baron's gonna lose something. Oh, man. Stein Melange is used just to get it out. I think I would have considered holding on to it in a weird way, but I guess with a lot of people getting close to the end, probably not worth it. But Baron's going to lose something here. What is going to happen? Baron can't win the conflict. Surely he's preparing to gruesomeness. Because Hunjo's just going to reveal and put in the 2 troops. Oh, is it 3 troops with Legion, isn't it? Yeah, it's 3 troops. I forget that. My apologies. So Hunjo's going to take this conflict here. I don't see how it's going to be stopped. So they're going in. And Shoem Shares is going to get played now, just in case. Which, you know, I don't know. I would have considered holding on to that. Because, like, the game... I guess he's concerned if Baron wins this conflict anyways, then he wants to just take the point, which is fine. If you did this and, like, somehow Baron wins it anyways, if, like, especially when he takes that spice, Allied Armada is now in the game. And if he's got Allied Armada, he just wins. So, you know what? I actually don't hate doing this at all. Makes sense to me. He doesn't have it, but it's very possible he does. Spice was slow for Tezia. Couple of swords. Picks up a specimen. Don't know if there's any use for that, really. Not immediately. It's got to be secrets. You cannot... If you think there's any chance Baron has Allied Armada, you've got to secret fish for it. You also need to start making work on these factions. It's gotta be secrets for me. I don't see what else makes any sense. Maybe you find, like, the Dreadnought intrigue or something, or you find Sleep Must Awaken, or, you know, maybe you find Corner. Corner could well be out there. The only person that's bought spice is Tezia. She's not made a particular point of getting a load of spice, so Corner could well still be out there to find. Plenty to think about here, but I think it's secrets. I just don't see what else makes any sense here. Your Throwing Bond's good. You got 10 persuasion. You pull Diplo. You've not got spy satellites. It's just secrets every day. Maybe fold space. Selective breeding seems unnecessary. Your dissecting kit's going to be your Talaxu point. So you need to worry about that. What is Ilban considering doing here? Whoa, what is this? Is Ilban eyeing up Siege? To, like... Yeah, it's gotta be this. Is he thinking Siege to maybe go, like, Great Flat Highliner next round? He's considering... Oh, I see what he's... So, what Ilban is considering is getting his Dreadnought in and then using the Commando's swords with the Fremen Bond to get past Tesia and take the free spice. That's what he's looking at here. But the only way he could do that would be to go Arrakis with his voice. And I don't think it makes any sense. Just going to take the hard point at fold space. I don't hate it. I would have preferred secrets, but, you know, I don't hate it. So I don't hate Ilban thinking about that. But also, if Baron's got like cannon turrets, you know, that could be pretty bad. So Spice taken, Spice's Flow taken, Talaxu point taken. Baron rockets up to 6 points here. Sort of back in contention. But Baron Harkonnen cannot win this fight. So Hunjo's going to take the conflict here. Here comes the gruesome. It also protects Baron from secret stealing because now Baron is only going to have the 4 strength. And also will now not pick up the intrigue. Which might put Tesia in a bit of funkiness. So point taken. And that's going to be all she wrote for that. So Hunjo takes the conflict. Tesia gets second. Intrigue and free spice. Picks up diversion. I don't know how that ever is getting used here. And we move on to round 8. Big conflict, this. It's everyone's favorite. It's Grand Vision. All right. Well, I tell you what, there's some people that's good for, there's some people that's bad for. And the only person that's bad for is probably Hunjo. It's not the worst for Ilban in a weird way. Ilban's going to be able to protect his Fremen alliance with steel suits, so that's not a worry. Spacing is protected, and Baron is just miles ahead of Selective on the Bene Gesserit, so it is the Emperor which is scary to Hunjo. Hunjo finds Opulence and Sardaukar Legion. And Diplo as well, so it's going to be a complicated little round here. Is this game going another round? Wow. Hunjo might think, if he can just get to 9 Persuasion, he might just reveal and take Opulence and just pray no one takes his alliance. Baron Harkonnen has drawn a miserable hand. Wow. Baron Harkonnen might legit have to, like, High Council and just reveal for spies or something. What a crazy hand. Tesia's up first. I don't know if I'd use Stitch Horror right now. I'd just keep hold of that. Unless you're not going shipping. Experimentation draws cards now, by the way. I don't think I'd be using Stitch Horror here. I would hold on to it. She's eyeing up Great Flat for more Highliner. Problem is, Tesia needs to find 2 bumps with the Bene Gesserit somehow. And I don't know quite how you're going to find that. Is she after flagships, maybe? Going double water siege. Might be looking for research here. Oh, Tessie missed a trick here. I think she could have used bypass protocol. If she's going to do this and bypass the Talaxa researcher and top deck it. So that when she draws it, she gets an immortality. And that's just a free persuasion reveal if she's looking for Spice Must Flow. I know she found Diplo in the end, but... I guess maybe she just doesn't care about being Secret Storm, but everyone's got reason to go there. Ilban's got to cash in shipping now. He has no choice. If he doesn't cash in shipping now, he's never going to do it. Oh my god, he can cash it in and get hold to an engine. It's just right there. How has this been allowed? Well, it has. Merry Christmas. This is huge for Ilban. Up and down and take Holtzman. You gotta take it. It's just a point, right? Oh, but how are you getting the Spice to slow this round? You've got 9 persuasion right now. I think you have to take it. Maybe he goes spaceballs? I think he's going to take cash. Oh my goodness me, Ilban's just sacking it. He's not even worried about it. He's just going all in for Grand Conspiracy. He's going all in on endgames here. That spacing bump is going to look incredibly strange. And it kind of is. So Ilban's just going all in on endgames here. Unbelievable. Mentat for Baron. He's picked up Recon instead. It's a horror hand for Baron at the worst possible time. Man, Grand Vision. Man. Does Tesiavonius just try and win this and then trash Spice Satellites hard way early, hoping to win and take the Bene Gesserit bumps? Is that the move? It might be. Hunjo's readying up Highliner here. Knowing he's still got alliances in danger, he can take the Fremen. There's a lot going on here. Remember, of course, Ilban can use Steel Suits and pick it back up. So the Fremen is in no danger, nor is his Spiceless Flow if he just keeps using Steel Suits. Tezzy's going research again. Surely. I guess Hunjo feels if he wins the Comfort in Opulence, he just gets the 10. And he's good. Which, you know what? He's probably right. But Tesiavonius has Spy Satellites. And that's just a point she's got sitting there. If you think Hunjo's going Highliner, which it damn well looks like he's going Highliner, I think you go Spice Must Flow. I think Research Station. Yeah, I think I do this. I think this is what you do. Draw 3 cards. Oh, you gotta bypass protocol and you gotta top deck Benny Talatsu Researcher. You gotta do it. You top deck it, you draw it with bypass. Does Blue see it? It looks like they do. This is huge for Tesia. This takes off some pressure. No, she goes power play instead. Is she looking? Maybe she's looking. She's thinking power play selective breeding. She declines. Yeah, you got Spy Satellites. So takes the 3. Treachery is turned over, by the way. So 6, 8. Oh, finds the Spice Must Flow card. She's stuck at 8. She needs further help. Dreadnought 2 for Ilban. Oh, he finds shifting. Unbelievable. Finds the Dreadnought and pulls another 2 persuasion card. That is insane. Baron's just going to smuggle. Trashed, calculated higher. It's done its work. Should have done this ages ago, really. Seven. He is still stuck at 8 himself. Gets an intrigue draw. Looking for, like, recruitment or something. It's not there, though. Secret Forces is doing nothing. This is agony for Baron. He hates this. Baron's still got to decide what they're doing on the shipping track. I guess you just bump up. Oh, but he's pulled Signet Ring, so he's thinking go down, cash. I can at least use Ring for another intrigue. Charisma's out there. Water of Life is out there. Not that you can use it. There's money everywhere here. Hundro surely just highlines. Just highline, jam it in, and call it a day. Especially now Dreadnought's been blocked by red, so you ain't getting that point. So, Yellow's looking to finish it here. He's going to finish on 10, but he's losing to all tiebreaks. Remember, of course, Baron Harkonnen has Chow Murky. Tezzie's got Spy Satellites. Ilman is loaded on endgames. Tezzie's got to go selective breeding. Oh my god, she's going Arakeen! 3, 5, 7, 8. Yeah, she's going Arakeen. She figures every card she's got here is a persuasion. And she's right. There's Bounty Hunter. So, Spice Must Flow is coming. So Tezzie's going to finish at 10 here by the looks of it as well. Wow. Well, Hundro Moritani's going to have a situation on his reveal. Finally, the Alliance is protected. The problem is, Hundro's going to finish at 10 persuasion, at 10 points, but he's going to lose to Tezzia if he does. What on earth is Hundro going to do here? Does Hundro just go for it anyway and play for second? Man, I do not know what Hundro's going to do here. I think Hundro's going to have to go Carfag and hope to find something. Meanwhile, Baron's got to go High Council, right? High Council ring? Don't actually use the ring? Yeah, only move you got. Hunter's got to realize he can't win this game if he takes 2 points now. I think you got to go Carfag, and I don't know what you're trying to find at Carfag. Plans is a point. Grand Conspiracy, I know Oilbarn's got it, but Grand Conspiracy isn't a point. You got nothing for Persuasion. I think you go Carfag and reassess the situation. Ixion Probe is no good. He can't use it. There's no way he can use that. Well, Hundred Moritani's in a horrible, 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 horrible spot here. If he ends the game, he's going to finish, like, third. Minimum. Baron Harkonnen definitely looks like he's got War Chest or Economic. So he looks like he's got 10 points. Tessie Vernis, you know, has got 10 points. I don't think Hundro can win this game right now. I think he's meant to not use Opulence, which is completely stupid. Ilbun's got 3 endgame points, by the way. Ilbun's got both Grand Conspiracy, and he's got Holtzman, so he's also at 10. Oh, the water for using it. I mean, they should let that happen. It is mandatory. He can't... Yeah, he kind of has to take water. I'm going to step in here. If it was optional, maybe, but it is mandatory. So here we go. Hundred Moritani has to realize if he takes this point, he loses the game. And he finishes at least second, probably third. Because Baron's got Chow Murky. If Hundred Moritani takes both points, Baron Harkonnen wins. because of Chow Murky. What a ridiculous spot. Oh, he is going to go for it. Oh, but he can't win. Oh, no. This is really horrible to see this. But it seems so stupid to not cash this. But he's only going to get to 10 in an intrigue. I don't see what he could possibly find that's going to help him. Horrible spot here for Hundro, but what are you going to do, I guess? So, barring craziness, I think Baron Harkonnen's going to win this game. Push will be played, which will be good. Nothing for Ilban. Baron passes. Hundro has nothing. So it comes down to endgames. One for Tesia, one for Hundro. Tesia finds Sleeper too late. It does nothing. Nah, it's correct. So here we go then. So, and red. So yellow finds Quid. It's 10 points across the board. But red will also finish at 10 points here. This is absolutely brutal for Hundro Moritani. Hundro Moritani opts to end the game and loses to everyone on endgames at 10 points. Wow. I mean, how do you... Oh no, red was short one. Red never got to the end for... Never got to the end of this. It's only the 2 points for it, not all 3. What a crazy match this has been. I don't know what you do as Hundro. Like, do you just deliberately not take the point? Wild finish. Wild finish. Bit of a wild match. A lot happened. Kind of a lose-lose spot for yellow at the end there. I mean, what do you do?
I mean, I had to finish the game because I was on the back foot anyway, right? The one thing is, I never expected the red to go here.
That was a crazy... Yeah, exactly. You never expect red to go there at all. It's so bizarre. But, he had Grand Conspiracy and was going in. Had to go there for the point.
Yeah. So otherwise, I would have gotten 11 points with the Detto. Yeah. I was kind of hoping for that one.
Yeah, you don't expect that, obviously. And he goes there and it goes completely ski-whiz. So that was a mess. But, yeah, how do you, like... It's so bizarre to not cash opulence there and keep the game going. But it's so brutal because you know you lose to Tesia. Exactly. And you might lose the Baron as well. So it's like, what do you do? Yeah, really, really curious finish to this. But I think it was a good game.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite exciting up to the end, I think. So
up to the end.
Can't say better than that.
Yeah, I mean, you take what you can get. It's a couple of points. It's better than nothing. And it was a tough game for a lot of people. There was some weird draws were happening. Baron as well to like kind of get over the line here was kind of fortuitous. It was a hideous hand this round. I mean, absolutely brutal. But like managed to kind of just stumble over the line with the high counts in the end. So I guess you take what you can.
I feel like that hand is almost as bad as mine, where I had 4 yellow access cards out of my 5 cards.
Yeah, that was brutal. You went the right route. Like you went the right route, basin, and suss it out from there. Maybe go teching or something like that. And then unfortunately, like everyone just dived Hagger Basin because no one else had any other moves either. They all had to go via there for one reason or another. So yeah, that was a little unfortunate. It always sucks to have the 4 actions and just pull nothing but all the same cards. It's never a good feeling.
My one idea there was just to straight up buy High Council and just get the Spice-Smith Flow and keep it at that.
Yeah, I did look at that, but it feels so bad because you've got Chome shares, and you're giving up like 2 actions to do that. It feels so bad.
Like in the end, I did have Organ Merchant, so money wasn't really a problem.
Yeah, you had the money help, I suppose. You didn't know you're going to run into opulence later on, so
yeah.
It was kind of a weird one. Yeah, as well, yeah, obviously the no Swordmaster in the end, which was... We obviously got blocked one round, although like you had reasons to defend the alliance anyways. Very, very curious game. Very curious game. So that is the end of our first game for the tournament. It was kind of rough, I guess, in places. not the cleanest had to go through. There was a lot of scrambling in this match, I felt like. Green Baron kind of flew under the radar a lot early on and was kind of a beneficiary of a lot of fun that was going on between other players. But also found himself in some tricky spots. I think did well to find the points in this last round, find his red high council. Maybe a little bit fortunate. But sometimes you got to be so. I don't know what you do as Hundro there. Like, with hindsight, I mean, maybe. But in the moment, like, how do you ever not buy Opulence there and end the game? Like, if you don't buy it now, what points are you scoring? Because you've thrown everything in on Grand Vision. And your Dreadnought got denied as well, so... I don't know. It's a tough spot. I'm curious to know what you guys make of that one. If you could somehow find a way to not pull the trigger on that. Even though you lose the one spot and you probably lose to two. Tough decision. Curious to see how we go there. Anyways, well, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed, we'll, of course, have plenty more from this competition. We've got about 250 matches in this competition as a whole. I'd get comfortable. Take care, everyone. We'll see you next time.